Hey YouTube, it's Vince Romano26 here. I got another antique store haul for you guys today. I'm really excited to show you guys what I found. I guess the first thing that I'll show you guys is this really neat, probably late 1940s, early 1950s bride doll. I paid $5 for her. Thought she was pretty interesting. I like how she's dressed in an old-styled 50s wedding. If you see on the back here, let's see if we can get that in there for you guys. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it says, sorry, focusing. It says Plastic Molded Arts Company, LIC, New York. Don't know exactly how old she is, but the booth that I bought this from was having a 50% off sale. So originally she was $10 and I got her for $5. I'm going to list her online and see what I can get for her maybe, or if not I'll just put her on my shelf for display purposes. Typically not a doll kind of guy, but you know, I like how certain dolls are just dressed, so I like the clothing that they have on them. This is a little girly, I will admit, but you know, she's dressed in a fashion that I probably have grown to love. So yeah, for $5 I couldn't go wrong. And I was going to get at this one antique shop a vintage candle blow mold, but unfortunately it was cracked, and even though it was only $5, I just couldn't get myself to buy it. So I passed on that. This next piece that I'm going to show you guys is this really, really cool late 50s or early 60s Detecto Auto Zero scale. I just thought this was the coolest thing ever, and it was originally $10 and I paid $5 for it. It came from the same booth that the bride doll came in. The reason I bought it is because I don't know how well you can get it in here without the glare. It says Auto Zero patent number 3,167,144 out of 2,969,229. It's marked made in the USA. And as many of you know, I love stuff that's made here in the US, whether it's new or old, because it lasts for years. And this thing, I can use this in the future, even up to the time I die. And it's still going to work well, as opposed to the crap that they make in China for scales nowadays. It's really funny. I asked the lady up at the counter, she was checking me out if she thought this screamed 1960s, and she said, you're probably in the right era, 1950s, 1960s. And I told her I hate stuff that's made today, and she's like, I don't blame you. I mean, I've gone through 5 scales in the last 5 years, and they're all made in China crap, and batteries that are supposed to last a long time, they don't. So this is just a great piece to own, and I couldn't go wrong for $5, so I had to have it, and I can use it too, so, and I know it's not going to break on me, which is nice. Alrighty, and now we got the bride doll and this. Alright, so now, this next place that we went to was awesome. It was like a thrift store, almost. Except some stuff was a little expensive, excuse me, but that's like everywhere, you know. Every place you go that's that has used merchandise is usually pretty expensive. I'm going to need the receipt for this. First thing I found are these really cool vintage cars. I didn't realize that this car was faded. As you can see, it's red on the bottom, and then it's faded from up here. But, you know, I think I could get some good money for it. I only paid, let's see, I paid $1.49 for these. Originally, they were $1.99, but I got a 25% off discount. So that's a really good deal. So I'll probably sell these online for $4 or $5, maybe. I didn't realize this either. This is broken down here, so maybe somebody could use the wheels and stuff for parts, especially the top, because this looks like maybe a 60s or 70s model. And the reason I knew they were old is if you see, we have marked Made in Hong Kong on the bottom. This one I don't think has a date or any maker's mark on it. Oh wait, what's this right here? I didn't see this earlier. I can't read it from here. It says Chorus, ARS? Never heard of that company before. Don't know what their cars bring. I'll have to see when I list these online. Alright, so we got those now. Next really cool piece that I bought is this really cool vintage Pluto hand puppet. I think this was from the same guy that I bought the... Let's see, is this from the same guy? yes, this was from the same guy. Originally, the price was, as you can see right there, $1.99, but I paid $1.49, which is an extremely good deal. He's dirty and everything like what you expect from an old hand puppet. Pluto looks just freaking great. Let's see the tag here. I don't know exactly the date on this, so I'm going to assume if it's made in Japan, it's probably from the 50s or 60s. So we got Pluto Walt Disney Productions, all new materials, made in Japan. So if I put my hand in here, it's kind of cool. I'd like to find one that's made for Bozo, but this one will do. So we've got... Hello, kids. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen a hand puppet for Pluto. I mean, sure, there's probably many of these guys out there, but I couldn't go wrong for $1.49. It's just so cool. I'm going to have to find something to go into him so he stays up. I'll find something. But for $1.49, I couldn't go wrong. Alright, next piece that I bought is this really cool green car. I think it's marked made in the United States. Let's see. So this is made by Gay Toys Inc., which, I mean, that today in this day and age, that sounds kind of funny. Gay Toys Inc., which basically means happy toys in 50s language, or 60s or 70s language. So it's made in the USA. I'll just have to see how much these go for. I mean, it was $1.75. I don't think this one was on sale. No, this one was not on sale, so I got this for $1.75. Couldn't go wrong, but I'm telling you, this thrift store, or antique store, so to speak, was unbelievably cool. I was surprised it was more like a thrift store, because people's prices were pretty good for the most part. Some stuff was a little over the top, but you know what? Like I said before, it's like that everywhere you go. Might be able to get some good money for this. It's pretty nice. It's not too beat up. Maybe there's a windshield missing or something, but you know what? Like I said, just couldn't go wrong with the price for $1.75. Alrighty, this next really cool piece is some vintage dime store tool sets. You got some pliers, we've got a wrench, hammer. I only paid, let's see if it was on sale in here. I got this for $2. I might be able to put these online. I'll start them out at $4 and see if anybody bids on them. They're so cool. I've never seen dime store tools before. I think these are just kids. Yeah, they're not metal or anything. They're rubber. But I mean, I've never seen anything like this, so I think this is pretty cool looking, and I think someone who collects vintage dime store toys would definitely love this. Next little piece that I bought is this really cool vintage yellow piggy bank. This is also a dime store toy. Paid $1.95 for it. And I think this might do really well on eBay. I might put this online for maybe $4 or something like that. See, or maybe I'll put these all on as a lot with some other stuff that I have. So I'll just see what I do, but I couldn't go wrong for $1.95. You just can't. Alrighty, this next piece right here I'll get to is this really cool rustic looking star. As I mentioned in my last video, my aunt really likes the old stars. And she just can't go wrong with, or I just couldn't go wrong with the price. Originally it was $6, but the booth had a 60% off sale on it, and I got it for $2.40. I was like, yeah. And I hope she likes it, because it really has that old rustic look to it, so... I mean, she'll probably like anything that I give her, but I mean, I'm just hoping that I found the right thing for her. But $2.40, I mean, I just hardly couldn't go wrong. Alright, this next little dime store toy is actually a keepsake for myself. This is a vintage 1958 skeleton keychain. It's kind of like a gag toy. I think it's the coolest thing I've ever seen. For many of you who have known me well enough through YouTube, I really like skulls and skeletons, whether they're old or not. And if you see skeleton keychain, I will bring you luck and we'll guard your keys. And then on the back we have skeleton keychain J2470. Oh, sorry. A dandy good luck charm and conversation piece for your keychain, copyright 1958, made in the United States of America. I could probably have found this at an estate sale for probably 50 cents or something, but you know what? This is a really cool novelty piece. I'm sure I'll have to look this up and see what I can get for it online if I were to ever sell it. But you know what? I couldn't go wrong for $4.50, and I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, you don't see this kind of stuff anymore, so I couldn't go wrong with it. Alright, and this last piece right here, I'm not sure if many of you guys have heard of this, but this is a probably I don't know how old it is. This is 1940s or 1950s or 1960s. I'm not 100% sure how old this is. This is called a children's muff. It is made of rabbit fur. And it's in really, really nice condition for its age. I paid $10 for it. And basically back in the olden days before, I don't even know, but kids who were walking around, probably went to school or something like that and wanted to keep their hands warm, they would stick their hands right in here and it would keep their hands warm. And it's really, really soft, and it's really, really, I would use it, but it's not a guy thing. But I looked these up online while I was in the antique shop, and I found them, and they sell for like $30, $40, and $10. I was like, I can't go wrong. I gotta buy this, so I did. So this should make me some really good money, especially because we don't know exactly how bad of a winter we're gonna be getting here or anywhere else that I know of, or how bad it's gonna be. So I figured, why don't I just put this online, and someone could probably use it. I mean, it's vintage, it's in good condition, and it'll keep your hands warm. So for $10, I couldn't go wrong, and there was one online that sold for $8, and I was kind of like, is this really worth it? But then I discovered that it was missing this piece right here that you girls wore around their neck, and they just put their hands in there. So with the neck, or with the neck portion and everything else being in really good condition, I should probably get $30 or $40 for this. So I'm really excited about that. So anyway, that's everything that I got at the antique stores for December 28th, 2014. Don't know when I'll be doing another video for you guys, but I will definitely keep you guys updated. If you're interested in any of the items shown in the video today, please remember to comment and subscribe. As well, click the link in the description down below to go to my eBay page and save me as an eBay seller, as well as to purchase things that you have interest in. So anyway, thank you guys for watching.